Bonafide Hustler here, and in this video I'm going to show you 6 athletic shoes that you should probably be reselling. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris, Bonafide Hustler, coming to you live from the inside of my office, and today we're going to be looking at 6 shoes that you should be reselling. I'll give you some reasons why I really like these shoes, and you'll see as we go through them. Do me a favor, hit the like button early, alright? And if you're pumped up to see these shoes, comment, I'm pumped. I want to see how many people are pumped up to see these shoes. I'm going to teach you guys some things today. Don't forget about 2 things. One, if you want to learn some more used items, especially 50 of them, check it out down below. My free guide, I'll actually flash it right here for a second, and it'll also put you on the super sweet email list that'll get you the Cheddar reports, which do come out mid-month. The other thing is, as I go through showing you these shoes, just remember I do have a shoe guide as well that can really help you out if you want to make money selling shoes, which clearly I still do and I love it. So let's go look at the shoes right now. Okay, so the very first shoe is this one right here. Now, 3 of these pairs, actually 4 of these pairs are my personal pairs, and they are athletic based, workout based, whatever. They're cool. So I was just cleaning my closet and I was like, I gotta get rid of some of these shoes because there are certain fitness-based shoes that I really like now that I use. But these are not bad shoes, you know, and they still command really good resale money on eBay. So this is basically a Nike Metcon. I think they're up to Metcon 5 now, maybe Metcon 4. I know for sure Metcon 4. But anyway, so yeah. That's their premier workout shoe that Nike makes right there. Now I know they make also a lifting based shoe, which is maybe called the Roma Leos or something like that, but this one right here, Metcon, very popular shoe. You can find them at Academy, Dick's Sporting Goods, you know, just wherever. They're all over the place. Beginning with the Metcon 2, they started having this little plastic piece back here, right? You can kind of see it. And that plastic piece was meant for when you do like handstand push-ups on a wall. It'll allow you, the shoe to kind of glide up against the wall with no resistance. Of course, you probably end up scuffing the gym wall in the process, but that's why that thing is back there if you ever wonder why. But yeah, so Metcons are pretty cool shoes. You can usually get into them between 10 and sometimes they go up to 20 bucks in these thrift stores. But as you go through garage sales and thrift stores, look for Nike Metcon shoes. They look like this, and the underside will look like a little hexagonal kind of pattern, looking like that, right? But one of the easiest ways to kind of identify Metcons is they have this like diagonal kind of thing to them right here, and they have a lot of times that plastic piece on the back. So a shoe like this could resell between 40 and 60 bucks. More exclusive colorways, of course, will demand more. But yeah, and this is, you know, after about a year of using them, maybe half a year of using them, this is still how much tread is on this shoe. So, I mean, they are built for abuse. They're built for the gym. They're built for workouts, squatting, deadlifting, plyometric movements. And so the rubber that they use on the bottom like barely goes away. Be on the lookout for Nike Metcon. All right, let's go to a pair that's not my pair. Did find these at, was it a Goodwill? I don't know. It might have been, no, it was a Savers. And these were on a Savers. These were at a Savers for like 7 bucks. They are in perfect condition. They are new, all right? So I will list these as new, just no box. You can kind of see that right there. So reflection, good, not a single piece of dirt on there. All right, new without box or new, whatever. There's a thing on eBay. And these are Scarpa. Now the most important thing, you know, Scarpa is pretty much a super outdoorsy brand that makes a lot of mountaineering type stuff. But when you look at a shoe like this, you're like, what do you classify that as? Is that a trail runner? No, it's absolutely not a trail runner. Is it a trail hiker? Sorta. It's actually called an approach shoe. So it's a, you know, right before the mountaineering boot becomes the approach shoes, which are also known as like multi-sport shoes, you know. But yeah, an approach shoe, one of the easiest ways you can kind of tell it apart is that this front part right here is made out of the same rubber that you find on some of the really awesome climbing shoes out there. So it's really nice, pliable, good rubber. And it on these approach shoes, a lot of times they can go all the way around, or it can go, you know, halfway into the shoe. But that's one of the ways you can, it looks like a big bumper on the front of the shoe. These are women's, really nice color. I do fully expect to sell these for around 60 to 80 bucks. And they are brand spanking new. I got into these for like 6 or 7, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was $6 or $7 at a Savers. Really good find. And these, because they're women's, I mean the men's versions just sell better, still should fetch in that 60 to 80 range. So memorize that brand, but more importantly, memorize kind of the look of an approach / multi-sport shoe. Shoe number 3, Flyknit Chukkas. All right, so really nice pair of shoes. I did use these for about a year. They're still in great condition. You can kind of see that. Nike Chukkas kind of had their moment where they were selling for like 70 and above, like no problem, 70 to about 130 used, depending on which colorway you got. So yeah, this is my personal shoe that I'm just kind of getting out of. They're really neat. They're extremely comfortable when it comes to plyometric movements, like shifting around or jumping onto like doing box jumps or things like that. They tend to slip off the edge right here. So it's not the most, how do I say it? I don't feel super confident lifting or exercising in these shoes, but they are really cool on a style standpoint. A chukka will be much higher. You can see that as opposed to a normal Flyknit racer or a lunar lawn, whatever those things are called. Flyknit is also the term given for like one type of weave, like a sock. Instead of having like all these panels, you know, it's one big panel and it makes it extremely comfortable. They are awesome shoes. I don't know why I'm really selling them, but I don't need them and I haven't touched them in a year. So anyways, yeah, these can sell for around probably 50 to about 65-ish. So look for Flyknit chukkas when you're out there, guys. And remember how I said that there were colorways that were just a little bit more rare than others. I want to say one is called like the Fireberry, one is called Oreo, and those are definitely worth more. They're probably on the top side of like used chukka now, you know, kind of markets on eBay. But here's a pretty cool looking pair. This is my fourth pair I want to show you. This was a kind of pinkish slash in it's almost Back to the Future looking. I don't know, it's just really odd. Maybe it's like Fresh Prince, you let me know. Really cool looking pair. I barely wore these things. They're neat. I think these could probably fetch between like 70 and 90, and they are in even better condition, honestly. You can kind of see the bottom. But still, Flyknit chukkas, they came in so many different colors. I mean, so many different colors. But yeah, I just wasn't really into this. I probably should start wearing these again, but I mean, they just don't, you know, mesh with the workouts that I do anymore. But you guys should be in the know on Flyknit chukkas. They still command a really good resale. All right, a $10 pair of shoes, maybe a $12 pair of shoes that I found in a Goodwill. Wore them here and there, nothing crazy. These are Air Maxes. We've all seen these, but these I think are the infrared black ones, whatever. These will probably resell between 60 and 80 bucks. So look for things like this. These are a little bit more retro looking. Believe it or not, these are 2017 models. So they were basically, you know, variants or reissues of a really popular color scheme from back in the day. But yeah, these are Nike Air Max. There's nothing really super special about this kind of stuff, but it is a little bit more on the semi-hype wear. It's not really hype wear, but it's like, it's more fashiony to have something like this in the gym than those chukkas, for example. But yeah, I wasn't really into the way they fit, and I could care less about sporting these out any other way. So yeah, these are gonna go on eBay between 60 and 80 bucks, and I think I'm like 12 bucks into these. Not too bad though, right? Last shoe, and remember to hit the like button if you like videos like this. If you're learning some things, then make sure you hit the like button. Last shoe, shoe number 6, is right here. These are called On Cloud Runners or Cloud Surfers. There's so many different, well, I wouldn't say there's so many different ones, but there's probably like 4 or 5 distinct models that On makes. So it's ON, you can kind of see the back here, ON, and they are a Swiss company. They did come out with shoes probably 8 or 10 years ago. I got some of the very first pairs ever made that came to Austin, and they were expensive, honestly. And I can honestly say versus like an ASICS Gel Nimbus or anything else that was like premier running shoe of that time, Kayanos, you know, anything else, Brooks Glycerin, it just wasn't as good, you know, like it's just a little too complicated of a shoe. Now I'm pretty sure they've refined it over the years. So here are what's I think are called Cloud Runners or something like that. These are women's shoes. They should resell for 60 to 80 bucks, like no problem. A shoe like this, brand new, is like $130. These were found at a Goodwill for, I want to say, 10 bucks. And they're in good condition. So one of the things that you're dealing with when you get On, they look pretty, you know, interesting. You're probably looking at it like, that is a crazy looking shoe. It's almost like something maybe like a Zig Reebok or something like that. But one of the things when you're dealing with On running shoes is make sure not only to check each and every little big nub, you know, because you want to check the surface, right? And the only wear on this shoe, it's been running like maybe 4 times, 5 times, it looks like. A little bit of edge wear right here. It's not enough to kill the sale. One of the things you really need to look at is that each and every lug, make sure it's not separated, all right? So you're gonna wanna kind of go like that and look through each one because, you know, you wanna make sure it hasn't popped off in any way. And I've seen that, and it's a very kind of common, you know, thing that I see when I attempt to resell some of these from a Goodwill or you know, garage sale, that they'll either be completely worn down or some of these nubs will be torn off. So you have to be very, very careful. Make sure you do your checks at the store or at the garage sale. Be in the know for On running. They're pretty cool, and tons of, you know, solds on eBay. And yeah, and it goes by, you know, color variants, of course. You know, the better colors will sell for a little bit higher money, but a shoe that you should know about right there. All right, guys, so that's basically the video. I hope you enjoyed it. leave me a comment. Which one was your favorite shoe? Which one should I keep out of all of them? I should get rid of all of them. But which one should I keep? I don't know. I think I know which one I want to keep, but you let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Goodbye.